If the people in this theater represent the entire world, around 30 of you don't have access to clean drinking water. This is because around 1/9 of the entire world, or 884 million people, don't have access to a clean water. Instead, people have to often settle for unsafe, contaminated water, and the Eagle Brook Pond would be a good example. However, we were able to filter this kind of dirty Eagle Brook Pond water into a more cleanable water, as you can see right there. And although I can theoretically drink it and kind of want to drink it, I'm not going to because I don't want to get diarrhea. And so, basically, the question is, how do we turn that water into this clean water?
Most developed civilizations use energy to build mechanisms that can cleanly filter water, such as reverse osmosis. However, societies in places such as Africa, where there is no consistent power or water supply, often have to resort to finding natural ways to filter water, which can often lead to diseases and health concerns. We saw this problem and decided that we need to do something about it, which has led to our science project. We first decided to look at some already proven methods of filtering water that do not require power and are quite simple. These methods include the live straw, the PNG powder, and a solar still or desalination.
So the live straw, probably the most famous out of these three, is a straw-like product in which you can just suck from and the water just gets filtered. And the PNG powder is activated by mixing the powder into the water, and it forms clumps that can be taken out. And it takes around 30 minutes to filter 10 liters of water, as you can see in the video.
With these methods, we wanted to see if they are actually viable in real life.
No? Next slide, please.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, finally, a solar still is when you use the sun to evaporate water and it condenses back and to probably clean water. And a more advanced version of this is desalination.
All right. Sorry for that. All right, I know.
So as you can see, what we do here is we boil the water through heat, and then we collect the water vapor through a tube, and we condense it back through cold surfaces. And that's what we tested out.
All right, sorry for that. With these methods, we wanted to see if they are actually viable in real life, and we can design a better and more efficient water filter that can be made through natural resources. So in our homemade filter, we decided to use pebbles, coarse sand, charcoal, and fine sand along with gauze for this filter. The pebbles and coarse sand filters out any big pieces of contaminants, such as leaves or bugs, and the charcoal acts as a disinfectant that can purify the water from a molecular level. Then the fine sand and the gauze can take out any leftover impurities.
Now, how do you actually test if these water filters are effective? We use the water quality testing strips. These strips are extremely simple to use. You just dip it in water, take it out, and the color on the strip changes, like the picture shown above here. Then you use the chart and compare the different categories of measurements. We picked the 8 most important categories out of these, such as lead, copper, and fluoride, out of the 15 categories. These chemicals can be quite harmful, even fatal.
Okay, so the results. Although it may look confusing, this chart basically shows the results, and you just need to focus on the red parts. So the red part indicates if the water was bad in that category. And as you can see, the pond water was not very good. However, as we used methods like desalination or the live straw or the powder, we were able to find out that it made the water pretty drinkable. As for our homemade filter, it was not that great. In fact, some of the categories even worsened. However, it was better than nothing. And overall, we found out that the PNG powder was the best due to its effectiveness, cheap cost, and its ability to filter so much water at one time. And by the way, if you didn't know, drinking pond water is bad for you, so don't drink it.
From this, we can see that there are really simple yet effective ways to clean water. While the distribution of these materials is a topic for another day, we can clearly see that these methods can filter water quite simply and save many lives. And now with filtered water, it isn't just 8 out of 9 people that have clean water, all of us do. Let's all appreciate the water we're able to get constantly and try to help others without it. Thank you so much for listening.